The airplane is one of the most influential inventions in the history of humankind. Wilber and Orville Wright were accredited with inventing, building, and flying the world's first successful airplane in 1903. But what if the Wright brothers hadn't invented the airplane? What would the world be like today? Welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Air travel connects people across the world. Traveling used to take weeks, if not months. But when the airplane was invented, travel times decreased to a matter of hours. But what if the airplane was never invented? One thing's for certain, it would take forever to get anywhere. It would take a week to get from coast to coast across the US, and if you wanted to go overseas, you would have to travel by sea, and that takes weeks, sometimes months. Business in other cities and countries would take substantially more time. Imagine having to drive across the country for a meeting. It would take a week to get there and a week to get back. Without airplanes, life would be incredibly slow in general. Without airplanes, goods could not be transported as quickly. Imports and mail would take months, and we wouldn't be able to transport perishable food items. The power to fly is a very important factor for rescue missions and medical transportation. Countless lives have been saved by airplane flights and helicopter flights. Dropping food and supplies with airplanes is necessary for many impoverished areas of the world. On the flip side of things though, anyone who's ever died in a plane crash would still be alive. 9/11 would have never happened. But there are other ways that our world would be completely different without the airplane. Every war that's taken place since the airplane was invented would have been completely different. War would be fought on land and on the sea. Bombs would never have been dropped by airplanes, Pearl Harbor would have never occurred, and neither would the dropping of the atomic bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Land warfare would have evolved differently, likely claiming countless more lives. And the ability to spy on one's enemies with an airplane would not exist as well. Entire battles were won or lost because of airplanes, and it's likely our world would be extremely different today if airplanes never existed. Let's not forget that without airplanes, we probably wouldn't have gone to the moon. The invention of the airplane led to the invention of the rocket. There would be holes in our maps because airplanes have discovered vast amounts of territory we otherwise wouldn't be aware of. But just because the Wright brothers were the first to successfully fly an airplane, that doesn't mean they were the only people who were trying to achieve flight. Many inventors did achieve flight, but most of their crafts didn't have engines. People have been flying in hot air balloons for almost 200 years by the time the airplane was invented, and the first glider was invented in the year 1010. But the problem with hot air balloons is you can't control the direction that they go in, and gliders don't occupy passengers. There were other inventors who were on their way to achieving flight, other than the Wright brothers. Richard Pearce, a New Zealand farmer, managed to fly around 350 yards in a monoplane aircraft before crashing, and Leonardo da Vinci designed a flying machine known as the ornithopter. So it's likely that someone else would have invented an airplane if the Wright brothers hadn't. It just would have taken a little while longer. How would your life be different if the airplane was never invented? Let us know in the comments below, as well as any topics you would like to see next. I'm Charlotte Dobre for Life's Biggest Questions. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more answers.